God love Genius.
God over Genius, man. Here to give a recap of the divisional AFC game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. As I predicted in my prediction video, I don't know if y'all saw it. I thought that this game would end 24-14, but the final score was 23-14, and Kansas City Chiefs got the victory. Oh man, the internet is in an uproar off this game because I don't know how Texas lost this game when you look at the stats on paper. And if you watch the game, you just saw how it was just critical plays, man, that just was like the landslide with refereeing was just insane. Um, some of the predictions I had, I said Joe Mixon needed like 150 yards for the Texans to win. Joe Mixon got a touchdown, 88 rushing yards, got like 12 yards receiving, and he knocked like right at 100 total yards. No turnovers on either side of the ball for either team. CJ Stroud, he was running. He was, he got banged up with his knee or leg or something like that, stayed in the game. He's a tough guy. They even won time of possession, y'all. 33 minutes to Kansas City's 26. Had 18 first downs. They beat Kansas City in every category. Total yards, passing, rushing, yards per play, and still lost. The NFL, man, I don't know how y'all not gonna say it's not like, scripted at this point. So I know you're like, well, if they won all the stats, how did they win the game? Well, it came down to penalties, man. Mahomes got a critical penalty, man, where two Texans actually collided and tackled each other, but Mahomes was scrambling, and you dig what I'm saying? They call roughing the passer on the Texans, and it was just a costly penalty, man. You're talking about like disrupting momentum and just the flow of the game. And it was just a bad call, because it's only so much defenders can do once the quarterback is a certified ball carrier, and they got to do something, to stop them from running. And you can't give the quarterback so much leeway when they're a registered ball carrier once they leave the pocket. It's just like, every other running back or tight end, wide receiver that's running, and they get the same kind of treatment. You got to do that to the quarterback. NFL has to address that in the offseason, man. That was a critical play. But Houston also shot themselves in the foot, man. Even when Joe Mixon got his touchdown, the Texans kicker, he missed the extra point. And it's like, if he doesn't miss the extra point, we got a tie game. But the Texans did come back like in the second half, and they did what I said they needed to do, like as far as keys to victory. They held the ball 10 minutes. So they killed the third quarter. And they were on pace, but it's just Patrick Mahomes still was able to pull out the magic, you know what I'm saying? The hat trick stuff that he do when the plays break down. He threw a crazy like bazooka pass to Travis Kelce, similar to what he did in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in which they end up losing because he had no O-line. But CJ Stroud was really banged up, man, in this game, and he fought as hard as he could, but I really do believe in the way the Texans got screwed in this game. But at the same time, it's hard to say that because it was still mistakes that they made. And it's like, you can't make these mistakes. Even on the kickoff, the kick returner, for the Kansas City Chiefs ran almost like 60-some yards. And he got the Texans had a penalty on that. Like, it's another sign of just shooting yourself in the foot. But also, Kansas City's defense held up pretty well. George, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like number 55, I believe. Or 56. Yeah, George Karliftis. He was getting back there sacking and tackling CJ Stroud a lot, man. Defense was really holding up, especially in the red zone. I think Chris Jones kind of got banged up as well during the game, but he got like 4.5 tackles, man. Kansas City defense um did an exceptional job, man. But Texans don't have no need to keep their head down, man. They fought a good fight, man. It's just you gotta almost be perfect, and you gotta survive the referees, when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, man, that was all she wrote, man. And I don't know what was up with Kansas City. They the Texans should have had like 12 points, but they took a safety when they was running the clock out, and let them get 14 points. Um, but Patrick Mahomes didn't have the best game. He just did enough and managed the game, to the best of his ability. I mean, he threw majority of his passes to Travis Kelce. A lot of the receivers didn't get involved. DeAndre Hopkins, he was non-existent. I expected him to have, um, he was just out there burning calories, man. Like Travis caught seven receptions, 117 yards, one touchdown. Second leading receiver was Xavier Worthy. Noah caught like, 3 passes, and then it was Kareem Hunt. That was it on the receiving end. And Kareem Hunt, he's become like the feature back, because Pacheco ain't do much today, So but I think Chiefs just use, whatever personnel is necessary for the game plan, depending on the matchups. I think any given Sunday, anybody can have a breakout game, but the nucleus is always going to be between Pat and Travis. So yeah, man, that's my recap of the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Once again, they defeated the Texans 23-14 to advance to the AFC Championship. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. I am James Vergado.
God Level Genius.
God Level Genius.